Good evening, everybody. So today I would be sharing with you the topic, a very important topic, that is the shaping of criminal minds. Now this is a very different topic, and let's talk about it. So what is mind food? So when mind is like a sponge, it is there when you the mind just gives you it is the environment around, it starts picking it up, the society, the cues which it starts giving you is you are studying something and you grasp something. So mind is a grasping. It grasps from your parents, it grasps from the environment, it grasps from the movies, from the crime patrol which we see. So mind is taking cues from everywhere. It is not born as a criminal mind. It is a dissociative theory which we call as the learning. We are born here, we learn here. And when we start learning, we start gathering. Now, one more thing which I would like to put it forward is, we are born with personalities. We are born with 4 kinds of personalities in different human beings. So, first is a narcissist personality. Second is an emotionally unstable personality. The third is a paranoid personality. And the fourth is a predator personality. Now, just imagine you're born with, each and every one of us is born with either one of the personality, definitely. Then we have a combinations of personality, 2, 3, and 4. Now, when these personalities, the mind, it starts gathering from the environment, it starts sticking around. That sponge is picking it up. Now, when a child is born, he sees his mother around moving, and he'll come to you at that very minute when you're on the call, the child psychology. My mom will say yes to the things the minute she's on the call, and she'll say, go away. Do it what you want to do. So that's when the child psychology starts. The child has taken it up from you. So he knows, when is the right time to intervene, my mom? So this is what happens. Now, what shapes these minds? This mind is very intelligent. It brings its own grammatical figure. It plays its own tunes, and it plays its own picture. Now, when we talk about society, now, when a child is, as I told you, we already have a personality. And the child is inside a classroom and somebody is bullying a child, and somebody is saying something already typecast because something else has happened in the room and the child is listening to it, and somehow the child has done something that in the past. So whatever happens in the class, everybody is going to point that child. So the child is typecast. So aren't we shaping up a mind into a criminal? In a domestic violence, when we are at home, everybody is engulfed in the pain. And they're not able to do something back towards it, not able to take a step towards it. So don't we think that a criminal is first a victim? Usually this is the step which happens. The criminal is a mode of revenge. When it takes it up, become an offender. One, it is being victimized. So when we talk about a victimological pattern, that's how it moves in a vicious circle. There is a victim, becomes an offender, goes to a prison, becomes more of a victim because it is secondary victimized, come back out and becomes an offender again. So this is a circle which is moving. So who is shaping it? Who's shaping it? I told you, as there is society which is shaping it, the environment with which it is taking it, the intoxication, the substance abuse. It is there openly. Social media. It is there openly as a catalyst. But what is the problem? The problem is there is nowhere that criminal mind can go and seek a counseling. Why? Because the minute they would go out and try to seek a counseling or a psychologist or a psychiatrist, again, you have been typecast. Because you have a criminal mind. They will put you on the side. Mental illness is not accepted. It's not been taken up. They would say they'll put you in asylum. And this is sometimes taken as a general exception in criminal law. So when we're talking about a criminal mind, we have to understand the same factor where we talk about disease, we talk about, you have to understand a criminal behavior. Don't typecast a criminal. Don't do that. A criminal can reform. I've been talking about it. A habitual offender, definitely, is a big thing. Why? Because he's been habitually doing the crime. He's not able to reform himself. Why? Again, there are lack of guidance. You are being typecast. The society doesn't want to accept you. When the domestic violence was been happening where a mother and the sister is being raped, there was nobody. The state doesn't intervene. You are unemployed. There is a poverty above all. Is it really the factor? No. There is one more thing. I don't want to change. These things happen with most of my clients, but are they all criminals? A very big question. Are they all criminals? Something can happen to you. Would you fight back? Would you come out and take a revenge? Would you come forward and start beating and bashing up or start raping the people? No. Then, but you're also a victim. Then why don't you rape? Because we have a guilt factor. Because something stops us not to move forward and commit an act, an omission. Now, what stops us? Because somewhere in our personality, as I mentioned these 4 personalities to you, in our personality, somewhere down the lane, we feel compassionate. Criminal in a particular personalities don't feel compassionate towards their praise, their victims. They don't feel it. That is lacking. So when I'm talking on this, I can quickly tell you about the personalities which we're talking about, because in this way you will not be able to associate with me. A narcissist personality. It is the personality, it is all about you, nothing about me. It is you, 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 you. I want this, I want that, I will be doing this, I will take this, I will do this. But where's the other person? Oh, there's no you. It's me. I will pick it up everything, every damn thing from you, even if it's your soul. That's narcissist. Secondly, emotionally unstable. Usually what's seen in females, it's usually. So, in domestic, the women are usually prone to, get suicidal. That's domestic. And then that is the time when emotionally unstable means bipolar disorder. That is manic and depressive. You would see this kind of a personality having a person who is emotionally drained. Emotionally drained. Every time you will see somebody crying. What happened? This happened. What happened? This happened. So every day, this happened, then I'll commit suicide. So this one thing where the person is either very happy, in another second you just turn your head and you see, oh my God, what happened? She's crying or he's crying. So this is one thing where you see in an emotionally unstable personality. Third, paranoid. Give me your phone, I'm going to check it. You go for a bath, I'll check your phone. You do something, oh, you were there, you're sleeping around, I know. I didn't do anything. No, 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 I know. You were there. You were there with that person. I know you did this, you did that. I didn't do anything. No, I know. I'm there. I can feel it. So paranoid are the ones who have this one concept in their mind and it stays. They do not want to budge. They really don't want to budge. They want to stay with their personality. I am right. You dare come near to me and you tell me I'm wrong. I'm going to bash you up. So you see, paranoid people become violent. They do become violent. You just come there near to them and they will become violent. They'll start talking to you in a very different language. And then you have a predator, rapist, stalkers, voyeurism. You talk all this which is happening, terrorists, things. They all come in predators. Predators are night watchers. They prey. They sleep. They don't sleep in night because their mind is always moving. They know how to take a prey, make you a victim. Just imagine all of them joining in one. Wow. What a combination. 3, 2, and 1. So we are talking about the criminals who have these 2, 3, 4 personalities in one, or just one, just 2, 3, and then 4. So here we are talking about those minds. First, they already have a personality they're born with. Secondly, they start taking it up from the environment, from the day they were born. That sponge thing is there in their mind. They start taking it because of their personality. Thirdly, substance abuse. It's there around openly. Fourth, social media. Thank you so much. So we can take on that. Fourth, social media is pulling you up. It's giving you a catalyst. It's giving you that thing to perform. All kind of things are available online. They go ahead, they take the food, and they keep it in their mind. It stays. So what happens now? When a person is trying to pick up from the environment, from everybody, these cues, the mind is in that state of dormancy. They think they rule the world. They dominate. They feel the victims have no life. I will take it over in. I have no compassion for them. They belong to me. And I will do it, whatever I want to, please myself. So it becomes very difficult. I cannot reform you if you come to me, if you don't have a will to change. I cannot reform you. So this is where I am bringing up and talking to the judges that we have to start with restorative justice. And now what is restorative justice? Restorative justice is bringing together the offender and the victim together in one roof. Let the offender see the victims. Let the offender see victim's family. It's an experiment. Will they change? Will they want to feel that there is a guilt in them? Do they compassionate? Do they want to compensate something which is of a monetarily level? So there is now we're having a paradigm shift where we are shifting from one paradigm to the other. Recently in India, Section 309 IPC, suicide has been changed. It's been repealed. It's no more there because mental illness. I'm really grateful that India has started thinking on this issue because we have to put our first step that time when the person is a victim of something. Please analyze yourself, look into it, look into yourself. If you are victim to something, just stand up. You have to first identify the problem we are going to. You know what? Pedophiles, there are many pedophiles. Most of them are there. There's not only males, there are female pedophiles also. And they are not able to come in front of the society for counseling. Why? Because again, there will be typecast. That can be in your family. They can be just right next to you, they can be your teacher. So if they are there, they have this guilt. The pedophiles have the guilt to change. But whom do they go and talk about? So our society, who shapes up the criminal mind, has also need to help them, de-stress them, come out from this victimization and help them rehabilitate. It is not only the offenders, it is the victims also whom they have been victimizing. So what is required? What is required to look into ourselves? Because when the child is born, we typecast them with male and female, boy and a girl. Who's to blame? It's we who has to be blamed. Because society is nothing. Society is me, my house, how I take up, how I find. If I don't find anything which is abnormal, why would I take the person to a doctor? Here, there is a mind which is creating a fuss. So you need to go to a doctor of mind. You can't take a stomach, you have a problem in stomach and you start taking capsules for that. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry. You have to take the person to the right place so that the thing can be identified and talked about. So crime is there, but who's helping it? Who's fueling it? These are the various cues which are fueling it. A parent who is already a criminal, who has a past, they also pass the gene to the child. And I think you must have all been aware of that there are times, when the mother is of ADHD, hyperactivity disorder, she's attention deficit. So that thing, anxiety, that is being passed on to the child because the child sees that. So when you see a criminal tendency which is going inside the home, nobody's stopping, we have to stand up, we have to talk about it, we have to disintegrate, we have to come forward, and we have to put this thing forward that we need the people who are in right profession to help the identification which has been made in the child or in the group which you have seen. Don't say it's okay. Tell them you need help. Please don't fuel that criminal mind further. Stop it. Because you won't stop. They will stop you. They will stop you. So in the end, I would like to cut down this conversation of ours, that this needs to be taken up in a broader sense. And imagine it the minute it touches knocking your door and it say, hello, victim. So let's move forward to a nice, better, and a good society where you and me are safer. Thank you.